G'day folks. Now I know this isn't probably that interesting to a lot of people, especially people who are a bit like me and who have a bit of a fear of spiders. Not an unreasonable fear, it's not a phobia or anything, but I have so many of these guys at my place or around my backyard that I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put a little clip up. And because this particular specimen has got his legs out and showing himself a bit, I thought I might make a quick clip. This is the Australian leaf curling spider. Very industrious engineering kind of chap as far as spiders go, although they're all pretty amazing. Oops, sorry about the wind. Now, Phonognathia something or other. I remember the first part of the name, Phonognathia, because it sounds like phono, like sound. Don't know why they are called that, but that's taxonomy for you. Now, I used to be really deadly scared of spiders. It was the only fear I had left, so I kind of used a bit of self-graduated desensitization, especially in the case of one great big huntsman I had in my bathroom, a little flat that I lived in, who always used to hang out near the light switch. And it was pretty, one day I just sort of slowly and surely got closer and closer to him and touched it on one of its legs, and it done the bolt. It ran away. So I've actually not been that scared of spiders ever since. Now this guy, in the great tradition of weird Australian creatures that, you know, some of them just shouldn't exist. Just a second, I'm just gonna, pardon me, just gonna sit down here for a while. Where is he? Now, these guys are amazing, and what they do is they'll descend on a thread, and then, pardon me for not sounding like a bloody expert, because I'm not. I'm just really passionate about nature. So what happens is they go down, they'll pick up a leaf, attach a thread of silk to it, drag the leaf up onto a sort of guy rope or guy line, and then amazingly what they do is they will sew the leaf together to make a little house for themselves. And what they do is they sew a little, put a little line of thread along each side of the leaf, and then the special silk, as it dries, shrinks and pulls the two sides of the leaves together, and they live in that. The other amazing thing about these little guys, and I think they're a member of the orb weaving family, but they're not very big. They have sort of their abdomen varies from sort of a yellowy brown to grey, but they're quite an attractive little guy. Yeah, another interesting thing about them, that I was going to say, is that contrary to most spider species, the male and the female will cohabitate in the same leaf. He at one end, she at the other. I find that really quite amazing. What happens is he will happen along her web, and he'll set up his digs kind of at the top of her bit of turf, and he can tell whether or not she's a virgin. Don't know how, maybe a smell or size or something in this kind of spider smarts. Anyway, not always, but mostly he will protect that little female from being insulted or assaulted by other males. He'll protect her very, very rigorously until her final molt, when she becomes an adult. Then he'll move in, mate with her, or, you know, court her, as it were. Then they will move in together, and he will build the lovely little leaf curly nest. Not always a gum leaf in this situation, but plenty of gum leaves up there. And I'm filming this one because it's actually unfortunate that he's showing. Come on, focus, you bastard. Well, I'm sorry about this unfocusy thing. Sorry, hang on. Okay, here we are. Anyway, bloody hell. So yeah, very rarely do male and female spiders live in the same, you know, home or web. Usually the female will, as it says in Alice Cooper's brilliant Welcome to My Nightmare, Black Widow, after the consummation of the marriage to the smaller and weaker male of the species, she kills and eats him. Delicious, and I hope he was. Something like that, anyway. So they will live in this leaf, attached to the strongest and main guidelines of the web, but the actual food catching part of it is really hard to see. And I brought along a little water bottle, and if you just bear with me for a sec, I'm just going to squirt it There we go. Maybe now you can see. Can you see the web now? I'm not sure, because the screen on this camera is really bloody filthy. But they have a really quite intricate little orb weavy web, which is underneath. Now I've wet him, I've scared him off. The insect catching web is just right next to it, so they sit above or adjacent to the food catching section of the web, and then they race out when something blunders into it. You got no idea how many of these I have in here. Oh look, here we go. Here's a big one. All right, I'll just, here we go. You see that? There's another one right there. Another one over there. Oh, they're just everywhere. Here's a larger one in the middle of my bird's nest fern. There's another one right there. There's another there. There's two right there. And honestly, if I was to go around the garden and count them all, actually I kind of did the other day. There was about 50. Oh look, there's another one. There's about 50 just in this little section of my garden. And another good thing about, oh look, hang on a minute. There's another one, right, right there, and up the back here, another there, and against the fence, another there. Okay, what's that, 10 already, is it? So yeah, they're an amazing spider, and I'm glad to say that my arachnophobia is pretty much gone. Oh, look, here we go. Look at this, it's perfect. There's the beautiful web. Intricate, strong, patiently woven, magnificent. And then, oh look, this guy's almost right in the middle. You don't actually often see that. But this is a leaf from a different tree. The others were eucalyptus leaves. They will pick whatever they like, whatever strikes their fancy. This looks like it's a leaf from, I don't know, it could be this bottle brush, or it could be a small leaf off the, what is that? A lily pilly. And then even behind that, you see another one over there. So that's the leaf curling spider. Oh, and I was glad to say, apparently there's been no recorded bites from this guy, and living in a country that is home to the most venomous insect on the planet, Atrax robustus, the funnel web spider, I'm very glad of it. If there was that many really deadly spiders around in my backyard, I'd be wandering down here with a blowtorch or its equivalent. So anyway, that's the leaf curling spider. They live with their partners and they don't kill you. That's a pretty good reason to like them. I know this isn't anything closely related to cryptozoology, but I love nature in all its forms, known and unknown. And I hope you like that too. Oh, wait, oh, shh. Did you see that fly? God, that came so close to getting caught. I thought I was actually going to get some footage of one of these guys feeding, but I didn't. I have no doubt that when I come out here tomorrow, he will have dinner. All right. See you later.